You can drill holes in the sky with any old plane, but with some aircraft you can turn the heavens into a three-dimensional playground where up and down cease to be absolutes and become merely relative. I've long thought that the best way of dealing with everyday stresses is to do something that requires total concentration, like riding a motorcycle fast, or driving a car around a racetrack. A plane though, especially one like this, adds another dimension, with an extra whiff of danger if your mind strays and you get it all wrong. I'm in the former RAF Bentwaters in England's Suffolk to sample a Pitts Special, which has the ability to make every flight a mixture of flying skill, adrenaline and exhilaration you can lose yourself in. The owner of this two-seat dual-control aircraft, Richard Grace, knows a thing or two about carving elegant shapes in the sky. He flies a single-seater in the Pitts Pair aerobatic display team.
The two-seat Pitts was derived from the single-seat Pitts, and what they did was actually just scaled it up to give it a bit more room in the fuselage to take two people. This has got a 200 horsepower four-cylinder engine and a variable pitch metal propeller. Most of the single seats just have a four-cylinder 180 horse or 160 horsepower engine and a fixed pitch propeller.
The aircraft was designed as a single-seater in the 1940s. Despite using relatively old technology, a steel and wood frame covered with fabric, it is perfect for its intended purpose, throwing it around the sky in graceful aerobatic manoeuvres. I've flown other aircraft that are capable of aerobatics, including some that are used in current top-level competition. Now I want to see how this venerable design is holding up. The aircraft may look ungainly on the ground, but it becomes graceful in the air. Using two wings means they can be short, while still generating enough lift. That keeps the mass centralised and improves the aircraft's ability to roll. A delicate and light touch is all that's needed on the controls, even for the more extreme manoeuvres. And while this early Pitts lacks the power of the latest versions, you can go up vertically quite a long way before you run out of steam. You can still buy a later, more powerful version of this tail dragger biplane. It's made by Aviat Aircraft of the US, and one with all the equipment you need would cost $375,000 to $400,000. The Pitts loses its elegance again pretty quickly when it comes close to the ground though. It's notorious for being tricky to land, even for those with much more tail dragger experience than I have, which is why I'm leaving Richard to handle this one. His single-seater can be thrown about much more than the two-seater I've just flown in. But for pure flying pleasure, Richard has another alternative in his own personal toy store. This is the Grace Spitfire, one of the most authentic surviving examples of this legendary World War II fighter. It's now flown mainly by Richard and his mother Carolyn, who has taken it out for a spin around the block here. The Pitts Special is no Spitfire, but as a way of using physics and the laws of gravity to have totally diverting fun, it's not bad. I'm Rohit Jaggi of the Financial Times.